The Petersen Automotive Museum right now has two exhibitions on Japanese cars. One deals with Japanese history, Japanese car history, and that's from 1970 and earlier. That was a period of time that the Japanese industry was really coming into its own and coming to dominate the world market. The other exhibition deals with Japanese tuner cars, and those are kind of the modern equivalent of what we would think of a hot rod in the 1950s and 1960s. Cars that the youth embrace, cars that they take so much effort and so much energy and so much of their time and money modifying to be everything that they can be.
The number 7, I believe, and there's some kind of good luck associated with the number 7.
It all begins with the Japanese in 1917 when the very first Japanese production car ever came off the line. And ever since then, they're becoming more and more westernized. They've had a look to the West and want to emulate Western production methods and Western style and things like that. So they actually hooked up with Western manufacturers in the 30s and 40s and even into the 50s to build their vehicles, but only in Japan. So that way they could get the kind of expertise that they would need to eventually go out on their own and ultimately conquer the markets.
This entire wall is also JDM photo. The least amount of waste of time and material.
Henry Ford may have invented the moving assembly line, but it was the Japanese that perfected the assembly techniques. They were the ones that did the just-in-time delivery system that kept inventories really, really low so that they could be as efficient as they possibly could with their manufacturing. And they also invest a lot in their people, in their health of their people, in the mental well-being of their people. It's a holistic approach to car building that has really resonated over time.
And they also did a Nissan and beat a Porsche in that time. Four ultra-high performance cars, yeah. So in Japan, after some European cars, but some highly regarded European cars from the same time. And this whole subculture came out of that.
It's gone from being an econo box to being a terrific luxury car to being some great sports cars. The Acura NSX and others are here doing that. And what you see now is finally an acknowledgement of that whole culture of Japanese cars. They're starting here with the very beginnings of it, the very root of Japanese cars. What Japanese cars were when, after the war, when they had nothing, Honda started making little motors that he put on the front wheel of a bicycle. And that was, you know, the first of the Japanese industry.
Yep. And they still make them today in a very good